No. There we go.
I've been kicked by the wind, rocked by the sleet, had my head shoved in, but I'm still on my feet, and I'm still. Smuggles and smokes and folks from Mexico, baked by the sun, every time I roll to Mexico, and I'm still.
Well, hey, there's an Amy.
Weed, white, and wine. And you show me a sign.
Hey, let me move your little paws back so I can close this. Watch your V's. Come on, dude. You think you're pretty smart, don't you? You're very funny. All right, little buddy. We've got a long walk this afternoon, okay? I promise. Some time in the park later, okay? Good boy. A little more light. More hands.
See ya.
Il y a des gens quand même.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello, Amy. Hi, Jay. Marie, nice to see you. Hey, Rhonda. Good morning, Tammy. Cecilia, hello. Hey, Christina. Ethel, you're here. That's awesome. Glad to see you. Lulu Doll, that's a cool name. Dig it. Welcome. Hey, Suzanne. Happy you're here as well. Minutes to grab whatever you may need, a beverage, a block, and also anybody else may be arriving. Some folks still logging in, trying to connect. Hello, Chris.
Baby. Thank you, baby. Thank you too, Lord.
You know, sometimes I find it's nice to use space heater to warm the room. Another option that works pretty nice is about 40 minutes before I begin a practice, sometimes I'll boil water and just let it boil for about 40 minutes. Feel the humidity in the room. The physical aspect of my body is very pitta, so I like heat, I like humidity, I like high intensity on a physical level. There's a couple of the things that I play around with to kind of set the space up for, for what I hope winds up to be an optimal practice. Scents. Some folks like aromas, incense, oil diffuser. Those are all pretty cool. Candles, natural soy candles that are scented with essential oils are kind of the suggested option, but those are nice. There's just a few things we can play around with to kind of beyond rolling out the mat. Do a little saucha, clean, sweep the floor. If you dig on it, a little sage, a little palo santo, do a little cleaning as well. If that's your gig, if that's your thing, I dig on it. It just kind of helps to bring a little more intention, a little more presence. That's really what we want in this, I don't know, next 60 minutes or something is presence, to be here in this space, right? And of course, the greatest addiction of one's life is the place where their mind dwells, those 80,000 repetitive thoughts. So, mind is going to try to drift outside of the space. It's just natural. It'll do that. And when it does, you smile. Oh, okay, I'm human. It's natural. You bring it on back. It gets a little squirrely, but ultimately you get to call the shots. Hey, all right, let's get going here. If you would, please set your view to speaker view. Then I'm going to mute everybody out. You'll have the ability to unmute yourself if you need to for emergency. You show me outside. All right. So if you have your camera off, you're welcome to keep it off. But I do try to set this up in a manner that you can turn it on if you wish, and I'll be the only one seeing you, ideally. The only reason I ask, it just helps me to best serve you if I can kind of have eyes on you a little bit. But it's not a requirement. You know everything in here. You're the final call, the judge, the arbiter on what you do. So what I offer, just look at it, make a decision, what works for you. So we're going to take a look at, for those that were here on Friday, you're familiar, but those who weren't, we're going to look at, if I had a person or a group of people that were interested in the practice of power yoga, how would I introduce them to it? I mean, ideally, I don't just drop them into a high intensity, technical, challenging practice right off the bat. So something a little more fundamental, but still sweet. And it's just as challenging as you want it to be. It's really not what we do, but how we do it that dictates that. What is power yoga? It's a practice, a physical aspect of the practice. We're going to use the poses to touch on different points of physical fitness, being stamina or strength, flexibility, suppleness, and balance or stability, various poses for these physical fitness aspects. But what makes it yogic? How does it become yoga? We bring meditative practices into this. In the asana, we maintain a focused concentration on breath and sensation. And these are the steps that guide us, open us up for meditation. And I mentioned a moment ago, mind state, the place where the mind dwells. You know, there's some folks at Harvard that found that over 90% of human ailment is stress related. So I don't know about you, but that tells me that wellness begins here in the real estate between my ears, you know, the mind. So we bring that meditative aspect into the asana. And yoga, chitta vritta nirodha, it's the practice that quiets the mind. So let's see how that plays out. Let's start out in child's pose. If you're not familiar, just go to hands and knees and push your seat back to your heels, reach your hands out forward, and just fold your chest down over your thighs. Now that might be a little intense on your knees. You can open them up and slip your torso down between your thighs. You can reach your arms out long in front of you if that feels nice. Some folks like to sweep their arms back down along the sides of their rib cage, and you can even give yourself a little foot massage when you do that. It's pretty nice. Few people like to bend their elbows and put their thumbs at the base of their skull. That kind of dips into armpit meat, and it feels kind of sweet. Whatever it is, just get grounded and settled. We start to make our way into this space inside the perimeter of your mat. We find just the beginnings of meditative state by doing 3 simple things with your breath. And the first one being, just let your breath spill in and out through your nostrils, meaning the lips are together but our teeth aren't touching because we're not grinding or chewing. And that's a suggestion. If it doesn't work for you, if you're a little congested, you need to breathe through your mouth, that's okay. Make a choice. Do what works for you. The second part of this breathing is full breathing to capacity. Let inhales go all the way to the base of your lungs, those little corners down at the base of your lungs, untouched, virgin territory. Let breath reach there, up through side body, side of your rib, behind the back of your heart, all the way up to the apices, the little peaks of lungs that are about collarbone level. Exhale completely, just let it all out. Deep, rich oxygenation of your blood. And now the third thing is just smooth it out, even it out. Samavriti means even turning. So some folks like to count. You can count if you like, maybe a 4 count or 2 count. But duration of inhale, duration of exhale, they're pretty much the same. Just even them out. You can notice there's a little pause at the top, a little pause at the bottom. And maybe you'll be lucky enough to experience time stop in those pauses. It's pretty cool. We breathe like this because it requires concentration, single point of focus. Patanjali writes about it. It's real difficult to wander off to other ideas and thoughts if we're focused on one single point. And if the only thing you do today during this practice is just focus on breath and nothing else, you're doing great. Now from here, just begin to press into your palms, and we'll slide up into a table pose. That's just hands and knees. Bring your shoulders up directly above your wrists. Your hips are right over your knees. Nose is pointing at the mat. Now, I don't even want you worrying about looking at me because I'm not doing this stuff. Now we find a proper stance for down dog by using plank. So just step your right foot back so that the toes are against the mat, the heel is up, leg is long. Step your left foot back. Enough distance between legs that you could squeeze a yoga block between your knees. Shoulders might have slid back behind wrists, so just bring them back over or maybe just beyond. Tuck your tailbone under a little bit, reach your skull long. You're putting the top of your head on that wall in front of you. Anytime you like, you can drop knees in this position and still get all the benefit. It's just a little more gentle. Take a deep breath of air in. Now follow your exhale as you lift your hips, drop your chest. It's like a pyramid shape. It's called downward facing dog. First dog of the day might be a little touchy, so knees bent a little bit might be appropriate. Yeah, just a slight bend in the knees, palms pressing gently, tailbone lifting. Drop your head. Whenever you find yourself forward folded, pull your belly button towards your spine and tuck your chin just a little bit. You can engage toilet muscles as well, and physical reason for all these engagements is protect that sweet spine. Let's do a little more with this. With your left leg, maybe a straight, maybe not. Put a deeper bend in your right knee and begin to twist your chest towards the left wall. Press into your left palm, into your left foot, and feel something down the left side of your body. It's still down dog. You just put a little side stretch in it. Come on back center. Straighten your right knee, a little bend in your left knee. Follow an exhale as you twist your chest to the right, pressing into right hand, right foot. Maybe something nice along the side of your rib cage, top of your hip, maybe some IT band. That's that strip of meat from your hip to the outer knee. Come on back center. That's an inhale when you come to the middle with legs straight. Just exhale, bend your right knee, a little twist to left. Then inhale, come center. Breathe out, take it to the other side. You bend your left knee, you just rotate chest right a little bit. Come on back center. Over the course of an inhale, bring shoulders over wrist to upper push-up position. Again, it's called plank, Phalakasana. Knees up or knees down, it really doesn't matter. It's up to you. Take a full breath of air in through the nostrils. Let your exhale follow you all the way down. Bend your elbows lower to the mat. Let your biceps brush along your ribs. Once you're there, keep your hands right where they're at. Probably at the base of your ribs would be ideal. Release the tops of your feet to the mat. Now listen up, this is a little different. It's called low cobra. On an inhale, press into the tops of your feet. Press them into the mat. Lift the back of your skull, the back of your shoulders up towards the ceiling, and just lift your palms off the mat. 2 inches, 5 centimeters. Exhale, place your palms on the mat, push to plank or table. Continue exhaling, lift your butt, drop your head, downward facing dog. Now let's stretch into this down dog symmetrically. Press both palms equally into the mat. Think about the meat at the base of your index finger, base of your thumb. Put a little more oomph into that part. Oomph means effort. Both legs as straight as you like. Let your heels drop back. For a little more, you can tilt your tailbone up. If you find your back rounding, that's just probably some hamstrings. A knee bend will alleviate that. And for even more sensation, start pressing your armpits towards your ankles. There's some armpit meat, some lat muscles, maybe some upper pectoral. And over the next couple exhales, maybe let heels drop back bit by bit. If they happen to touch the mat, that's cool, but you don't need to run laps about it. And if they don't touch the mat, that's cool too. It's up to the backs of your legs. They let you know where to go. Degree of flexibility doesn't mean stronger, better, more healthy. It just means degree of flexibility. Now take a glance forward. And as you inhale, step your right foot to your right thumb and your left foot to your left thumb. Exhale, fold forward. We'll open our spine here in this pose called Uttanasana. So again, pull your belly button towards your spine, a little tuck to your chin, maybe squeeze toilet muscles, and then grab each elbow, opposite hand, right hand to left elbow, left hand to right elbow. Let your biceps frame your ears. The weight of your arms, just going to pull arm bones out of the armpits. Maybe nod your head, yes, a couple times, gentle. We're not head banging to Metallica, just a gentle nodding of the head. You can turn your head no a few times. There's a cervical spine, decompression. It might be appropriate to move elbows side to side, kind of like a tree moving in a breeze, not a storm, a breeze, just gentle, smooth. Now settle back to the center, nice and still. Unfurl your arms so that the hands are touching the mat. That may need a knee bend. You can bend knees a little bit. Inhale, come up to the tops of your fingertips. Reach the skull long, lengthen skull away from tailbone. Now exhale, fold forward with your knees as straight as you please. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. Now slight bend of knees, breathe in and let an inhale take you all the way to standing. If you have low back pain, do that with a flat spine. If you're cool with it, roll up one vertebra at a time. Once you're standing, place your palms together at your heart. Good. And just let your thumbs brush up to your sternum there. Let your shoulder blades slide down your back like they're gonna go into your back pockets. Again, just a slight tuck of the chin lifts the top of your skull so your neck is free, long, and breathing, right? Inhale, sweep your arms out, reach them up to the sky, and let's salute the sun 3 times. Exhale, fold forward, bring your chest towards your thighs. Palms on the mat if possible. Inhale up to fingertips, lengthen, long spine here. Breathing out, plant your palms and step your right foot back, your left foot back to plank pose. Follow that exhale, bending elbows, lowering down, steady and smooth. Ooh. Release the tops of your feet. Level your face with the mat. And as you inhale, lift the back of your skull, the back of your shoulders, and your palms off the mat, called low cobra. Exhale, plant your palms, press to plank or table. Follow that exhale all the way to down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a glance forward and then breathe in as you step your feet gently to your hands. Soft, no stomping, no rocking and rolling, just smooth. Now breathe out, let that air out as you fold forward, engaging the muscles that protect the spine. Inhale up to your fingertips. We get length out of this, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Use that length to get a little traction. A breath in brings you all the way to standing, reaching up high. A breath out brings palms together, thumbs at heart. Inhale, sweep arms out wide, reach up high. Maybe look up. Some of you may wish to back bend here. Exhale, follow your breath, folding forward. Follow it all the way into the fold. Inhale, the top of your inhale lifts you halfway. Exhale, let the exhale end when your nipples touch your knees or somewhere close to. Inhale, lift halfway again, maybe a little longer. Exhale, plant your palms, step feet to plank, and continue to lower, bending elbows, biceps brush ribs. Lift the back of the skull, the chest, and lift your palms as well, just like an inch or two. Exhale, press into palms for a plank or table all the way to down dog pose. Take a look forward and breathe in as you step or quietly hop your feet to your hands. You got options here. A breath out just folds into it. Half lifting. Inhale. Now exhale, fold your long spine. Breathe in, reach, stand, fingertips up high. Breathe out, palms together, thumbs at your heart. We got one more of these, but you can skip it. You can skip any of these that you like. But if you're with me, let's smooth it out into like a yogic version of Tai Chi. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop to plank, lower slow. Inhale, lift skull, shoulders, and palms, press into toes. Exhale, push the plank to down dog pose. Ooh. Ooh. Now again, find your refinements in your dog here. Try to twist your palms away from each other if you like. Feel some activation in the armpits, the side of the meat down the side of your rib cage, a little back muscle. Let heels dip back gently. Maybe press away with the back of your knees. Here's one for you. Suck the tops of your thigh bones up into your pelvis. How the heck do I do that? I don't know. My teacher tells me to do that, so now I'm telling you as well. Remember, tuck chin. Engage toilet muscles, pull belly button to spine. And once all that is achieved, kind of relax. Just release the muscles a little bit and let your skeleton hold you here. Hey, that's pretty cool, right? Once again, strong into arms and legs, strong into core. Breathe in and lift your right leg up behind you. Over the course of your exhale, bring your right knee up the center of your body. Set your right foot up kind of by your right hand. Pivot your left foot flat. Heel touching, toes touching, everything in between touching. Foot on kind of an angle. And begin to walk your hands towards the long left side of the mat as you pivot to the left. Heels in, toes out, I don't know, about 20 degrees. Now bend your knees till your butt is about the same height as your kneecaps, or close to. You bend to where you find a groin stretch, inner thigh stretch, little pelvic floor stretch. Now round your back, drop your head, and just cross your forearms so they're kind of out of the way. So gravity can give you a little stretch here. Good. Now let's warm our legs. Inhale, come up, shoulders over hips, straighten your legs, reach up tall. Top of your inhale has you reaching. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, round your back, tuck your chin, cross your arms. Inhale, stand, reach, length. Exhale, squat, fold, round, dos mas. Inhale, come on up, lengthening, opening, reaching. Breathe out, come on down, squat, round, fold. Uno mas, inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, squat, drop your head, drop your butt. Good. Maybe bend your knees a little more with your head dropped down low and just explore some stretch there. And this next spot is a little toasty, so buckle up, engage your core, pull belly button to spine, and come up, shoulders over hips. All 10 toes pointing straight forward. It's called horse stance. Sit as deep into this as you like. Open your arms out wide like wings. Bring arms around front, palms up, cross right elbow over left elbow. Then just bend your elbows and try to bring your palms together. Your arms are kind of like grapevines now. Lift your elbows up about collarbone height. Press your hands away from you. Do you feel that between your shoulder blades? Ooh. I encourage you to stay sitting in this as you feel something in shoulders and thighs. Little fires are nice. Inhale, open your arms wide. Exhale, this time, cross left arm over right arm. Bring palms together with forearms twisted together. Good. Lift elbows a little, press hands away, just till you feel something underneath shoulder blades lengthening and stretching. Stare at your arms while you breathe. Unwrap your arms. Inhale, sweep arms up, stand up tall. Exhale, step to the front of your mat with your palms together at your chest. Woo. Breathe in, sweep your arms out wide, reach up high. Follow your exhale into a forward fold. Chest goes to thighs. Plant your palms and then inhale, lift to your fingertips. Breathe out to plank, lower slow. Ooh. Remember our low cobra? Just press into the toenails as you lift the back of your skull, the back of your shoulders. Find space between palms and mat. Now breathe out and press up into plank or table, into down dog pose. Good, good. Now again, find with muscles your alignment to where this dog feels nice, and then just take 2 breaths of skeleton holding you here only. That last pose was a little intense, so we can use a skeletal down dog to just give the muscles a break for a second while we breathe and oxygenate blood and focus concentration and explore sensation. Sensation triggers circulation, which is the precursor to regeneration. Now engage into legs and hands and breathe in. Lift your right leg up behind you. Reach it long and high as you please. Over your exhale, step your right foot up between your hands towards your right hand as close as you can. Ground your left foot. Just pivot your left heel down. As you inhale, come on up, but rotate your torso to face the left wall. Put your hands on your hips. And it's okay to bend into your right knee a little bit until you feel a little toasty on your right thigh. If you feel pain in front of your kneecap, just back off. Use your hands on your pelvis there to shimmy your hips, settling sit bones equally. You don't need a mirror. You just use sensation to feel. Top of your pelvis is like a teacup. Make it level. Now tuck your tailbone under a little for some length in lumbar and open your arms wide. It's called Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Turn your gaze to the right and just look beyond the middle finger of your right hand. Now be still and breathe a couple times. Maybe press right knee forward a little more if you need to feel something. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring both hands to the mat, either side of right foot as you lift left heel. Step your right foot back to plank. Exhale, lower with control, all the way down. Inhale for that low cobra, lifting hands and shoulders and head. Exhale to down dog. Whew. Let's not even miss a beat. Breathe in and lift your left leg up. Find some length here. Exhale your left foot through with control. Just bring it through and set it on the mat up towards your left hand. Grounding your right heel flattens your right foot. I don't know, 27-degree angle. It's kind of personal. Inhale, coming up, rotating chest to the right wall, hands to hips. Same deal here. Use your mind's eye. Use your physical sensation to level out your pelvis. Feel both sit bones pretty even. Dropping tailbone under a little bit for some length in the low back. Now keep all that downstairs business just like it is, but open your arms wide. Here we go. Here's something here. Try to pull The humerus bone, the bicep bone. Try to pull the head of that into your armpits while pulling fingertips away from each other. Paradoxical, baby. Turn your gaze down your left hand. Focal point, or drishti in the Ashtanga tradition. Be like a statue here while you breathe and just feel how all vicissitudes, all victories, anything going on in your life is affecting pelvis and shoulders right now. Kind of interesting, right? Look at it with innocent curiosity. Take a deep breath of air. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat on either side of left foot as you lift your right heel. And then you take a breath in as you step your left foot back to plank, and breathe out as you lower with control. Let your biceps just brush the ribs on the way down. Maybe you land with hands at base of ribs. On an inhale, lift palms, shoulders, skull, baby cobra. On an exhale, push into hands and come up to down dog pose. So again, that's kind of a dress rehearsal. We've laid the foundation of this. We're going to add some stuff to it to kind of touch a few more areas. You know, I don't know how to care for anything without touching it gently. And that's all we're doing with the asana, is touching ourselves. Right leg, inhale, take it up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step your foot forward. Ride your inhale back up to warrior 2. And just come on up with arms wide. You remember the sensation of a level pelvis, so just make it happen. Now, transitional breath here. Rotate your right palm up, place your left palm on your left leg. Inhale, reach your right fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, rotate your gaze to your left foot as you bring your right arm over. Right fingers are going to touch towards where that wall meets that ceiling. Good. And if you don't like looking at your foot because your neck says, ouch, don't do that. Arm is long, bicep is as close to the ear as shoulder will allow. Inhale, back up to warrior 2. You notice how your legs just stay here the whole time? Exhale, put your right forearm at the far end of your right thigh. Inhale, sweep your left hand down towards the mat, forward and up, bicep to left ear. Open your chest towards the sky. Now lengthen through your left fingertips. Reach, press into the sole of your left foot. Feel the inner left thigh there? And if you feel a little bit precocious and you wish for more, take your right hand straight out in front of your heart. Straight arm, like you're holding a pizza box out in front of your heart. Right fingertips, reach them to the wall. Tickle the wall and let that open your twist even more. Wow, who needs sit-ups when we got this right here, right? Inhale up to warrior 2. Legs are still strong and steady. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Follow that exhale, stepping the plank. Continue to exhale as you lower with control. One long exhale. Full rich inhale into low cobra. Lift shoulders, head, hands. Exhale your way into downward facing dog. This will be a nice place for a coffee break, but we will press through. So left leg, inhale it up, lengthen, reach. Exhale, step your left foot forward, plant it. Ground your right heel. And then an inhale up into warrior 2. Arms are wide. Remember, we pull our upper arm bones in as we reach our finger bones away. Wow, that's weird. Now, rotate left palm up. Rest right palm on outer right thigh. Transitional breath. We move over a full cycle. Inhale, reach left hand up, up, up. Exhale, bring it over, rotate your gaze and bring left fingertips towards back wall, back ceiling. And just maybe your right hand slides down the outer right knee, maybe calf. While you're here, how about let an inhale lengthen your left arm long and straight. And an exhale, maybe dip you a little deeper into this side bend, which helps us in the following twist. Inhale up to warrior two. Another transitional breath. We exhale left forearm to left thigh. Inhale, swim your right fingertips down towards the mat. Breathe in as you open up. Right bicep to right ear. Fingertips towards front wall. Woo! Let the right shoulder open up over left shoulder. Slide your left hip under your right hip. Good. There's a little fire available here by reaching with your hand as you press with your back foot. And now we can sprinkle some habaneros on this just by taking your left hand straight out in front of you, palm up. And while you're here, investigate how this hand can help you open the twist more. Can you put your fingertips on that wall you're staring at? Or somewhere close to? Let the twist open with exhales. Inhale, warrior two. Sweep out into it like you're flying. Exhale, bring hands to either side of left foot, plant them. Follow the exhale to plank all the way down flat to the mat. Woo. Breathe in, lift the back of your skull, the back of your shoulders, and your palms. The front of your body is lifted. Exhale, press to down dog pose. Woo. Holy smokes. Power yoga, we practice balancing, stability. Standing on one leg is a really cool way to do that. So how about take a look forward and inhale, step or gently hop, feet to hands. Follow your exhale into a fold here. Lengthen your ribs down your thighs. Squeeze the core muscles a little bit. Inhale, stand, reach up high. And then exhale, place your hands on your hips. Good. Right foot, bring weight into your right foot. Use your mind's eye to align. Right ankle, right hip, right nipple, all one line. You can feel that. We don't need a mirror or anything. Now on the inhale, lift your left knee right out in front of you. Some of you might come up the pectoral, some maybe belt, maybe some the foot just comes up a couple inches. Exhale, bring the bottom of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. That can be the calf or the thigh, either one. If that's not working, you can have toes on the floor with left heel on inner right ankle. Pick your spot. Bring your palms together at your chest. Well, once you arrive, just body scan with mind's eye. Remember, right ankle, right hip, right nipple. Align them. How do we do that? Press into your right foot, lift your skull. Press inner right thigh into left foot sole and vice versa. Left foot sole into inner right thigh. Inhale, sweep your arms up, biceps to ears. Cross your right wrist in front of your left one and just rotate your palms together. Now put a little bend in your elbows and use some meat in your armpit area to pull your elbows away from each other. Ooh. How about 2 more breaths here? Do you know that it's perfectly okay to fall down? Release the hand bind. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your palms together at your chest. Breathing in, we can bring our left knee out front again. Lift it up to your personal degree. And then just exhale that son of a gun down to the mat next to your right foot. Immediately shift weight into left foot. Find ankle, hip, and nipple alignment. And let it inhale. Bring your right knee up in front of you somewhere. You know, height is personal. Put 100 people in a room lifting their right knee. 99 of them are going to be thinking they got to lift it higher. No. Lift until you feel it. Something revealing and challenging. Take another breath. Now exhale, bring the sole of your right foot to your inner left leg, wherever you need it. Calf, ankle, maybe up on thigh. You can grab your ankle with your right hand and bring it in there if you like. Palms together at your heart. Just a quick scan. Remember, ankle, hip, nipple, left side. One line. We do that by pressing into left foot, lifting with top of skull, and then equally pushing inner left thigh into sole of right foot and vice versa. Sweep arms out and up. This time, cross left wrist in front of right wrist and just rotate your palms together. Elbows will bend a little bit. How about bring biceps behind ears here as well? And now use side muscles, armpit muscles to pull your elbows away from each other. While you do that, slide your shoulder blades down into your back pockets too. Oh, y'all look great and strong. Like yogi statues. Release the hand bind. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, palms together at your heart. Inhale, left knee out front, lifting. And follow the exhale, right foot to the mat. Breathe in, sweep your arms out and up, reach for length. Anytime you come to this upper salute, you might want to take a back bend. It's personal. Now breathe out and fold forward. An inhale lifts you halfway. Remember, this is for length here. We inhale and lengthen. Now exhale, put your palms on the mat. Step or hop the plank and lower with control. Take a breath in for low cobra, just a little air between the palms and the mat as you lift shoulders and skull. Breathe out. Follow that exhale all the way to down dog. It's like your butt reaches the peak when your breath reaches the base of the exhale. Isn't that cool? How about one more leg balance? Inhale, lift your right leg up high. This is called three-leg dog. Breathe out and step through. Now this time, keep your left heel up off the mat. Left toes are touching the mat. Inhale, bring torso, shoulders, arms up over your hips. This is called crescent pose. It's a transition. Breathing out, fold your torso forward just a couple degrees and stand into your right leg. Sweep your arms back like a jet airplane. So our left foot, toes are like just 2 inches off the mat, 5 centimeters. Roll shoulders back. Shoulders are significantly higher than hips here. This is where you can hang out and practice balance. For a little something more, while you breathe steady, simultaneously lift your left leg, fold your torso forward. At some point, you might find that your heart, your shoulders become parallel with your hips. Reach out through left metatarsals. What's the metatarsals? That's the balls of your feet. Over an inhale, lift hands and leg a little higher than hips. Ooh. One more breath. Exhale it out. Breathe in, come up to standing. Set your left foot next to your right foot. Hands reach up high. Follow an exhale into Uttanasana. Remember, that's nipples to knees, butt up high. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway for length. And then exhaling, plant your palms and lower with strength. Sweet little lift into a baby low cobra, lifting upper body. Exhale, push to down dog pose. Good. Left leg goes up. This is an inhale move, a lifting, lengthening, inhaling move. Step your left foot to your left hand. This is an exhaling move. We're grounding, we're bending, we're moving. Now keep your right heel up, right toes down, and let it inhale. Bring you back up to crescent pose. Remember this one? Shoulders and arms are up over hips. You can find some refinements before we move on. Let's stay here for a brief bit longer. Try to straighten your right leg. Push your right heel away. Bring right hip forward, left hip back. Bend your left knee, trying to bring your right knee towards the mat without bending it. Ooh. And for something a little groovy, look up. What happens? Take a breath. Now exhale, sweep your arms back, fold partway forward and stand into your left leg. Right toes are just 5 centimeters. That's 2.5 inches for the Americans. Just a couple inches off the mat. Cool. Imagine a board strapped from base of skull to tip of heel. Find length here. And if you wish, teeter-totter a bit and bring torso forward as leg comes up. It's a simultaneous smooth movement. You can always take biceps to ears and turn it into a warrior 3 here. That is an option if you please. That's cool. You can keep them swept back in the airplane. It's all good. Now, if you went horizontal with your body, how about let's lift? Right leg, arms, hands a little higher than everything. Nose points at the mat because your neck likes to be long. Exhale it out. Inhale, come up to standing, set your right foot next to your left foot, arms are up high. Step back away from the front of your mat. So you got about 3 feet. That's, I don't know, is that like 90 centimeters? Now exhale, fold forward. Sometimes we have to balance on our hands, because you know life, it hits you funny times. It might hit you when you're upside down, hands down. So let's take a look at that. You know, forward fold, come up on your toes. Now bend your knees and sit down on your heels. Open knees up wide enough to make room for your torso and your arms. And then just start walking your hands forward, forward, forward. They might even go off the edge of your front of your mat. Drop your head, let your back round. You remember those funky wide leg forward folds here that were squatting earlier? Same sort of thing. Let your back round, lengthen the back part of your spine. Drop your butt, drop your chin. Cool. Bring your right hand back here somewhere just forward of your right shoulder. Right middle finger is pointing forward. Fingers are spread wide. A little right elbow flared to the side of the room a little ways. Bend your elbow and just start bringing your right knee towards right shin, right knee towards right armpit. Left hand comes back, palm down. Middle finger forward, fingers wide. Now, the width of your hands is really personal. You'll figure it as you go. Everybody's a little different. A little bend in your left elbow. Start bringing left knee, left shin into left armpit. You can hang out here. This is cool.
Or start to lift your hips, pull belly button to spine, engage toilet muscles, and bring elbows in towards center line now. So forearms are kind of parallel and elbows are still bent. You can stay here. You can start to bring weight out over beyond wrists and come up on your tippy toes. This is cool. You can hang out right here and flirt. For some of you, perhaps you want to lift your feet like the landing gear of an aircraft. Bring heels towards butt. Remember, belly button to spine. Keep breathing. It's really challenging here. Now lower your feet to mat and hop back to plank pose. Woo! Hold this plank over the course of one really long, rich inhale. Remember, you can always lower your knees. Now breathe out, bend your elbows lower with control. Let an inhale, lift the back of your skull, the back of your shoulders, and your palms off the mat. Strong here. Exhale, press plank to down dog pose. Ooh, that transition's a little different than all the same ones we did earlier, isn't it? Why is that? Don't know, it just is. Breathe. I have theories, but it really doesn't matter. Ooh. Now, we got to do a little cool down after all that stuff. A little stretching. So bring your right knee towards your right wrist, your right ankle towards your left wrist. Lower your left knee to the mat. We'll go into what's called pigeon. Use left toes to start walking your left knee back. You can use your left hand to adjust the sensation in your right knee. For sweet bell pepper, your right heel will be closer to your left hip. The further away you bring it from your hip, the spicier it will get. When you find a point to where your knee and your hip say, whoa, dude, that's enough. Well, listen and stop. Let's not go and push through. Don't lay that trip on yourself. They say no pain, no gain. That's bullshit. No pain, no injury. Stay up on left thigh as you just start settling right hip towards the mat. Find your spot and then release the top of your left foot into the mat. Roll your shoulder blades down your spine. Now dig into your palms and pull your belly button away from your pubic bone, heart forward. And just turn your gaze forward, a little back bend while our left psoas and our right piriformis stretch. What the heck is that? That's a bunch of meat that's kind of in the hip region. It's real important for stability. Kind of attaches your upstairs to your downstairs. You know the psoas, it rides next to your aorta. It has an impact on your heart pressure. Take care of that son of a gun. Take a breath. Exhale, tuck your left toes under, straighten your left leg so left knee lifts. Now, inhale this time to down dog. Step right foot back, hips up, head down. Exhale, bring left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist. Beautiful. That was smooth like butter. That was nice. Now you can lower your right knee and use your right toes to just walk your knee back. Looking for something in the top of your right thigh. Kind of inwards towards center line. There's psoas there. You can use your right hand to adjust the position of your left foot, which will have impact on the sensation of your left knee. So find that spot. We're looking for right between too much and not enough. Staying up on right thigh. Just let your pelvis settle into it. Now release the top of your right foot. Palms are in front of your shin. Kind of dig into your palms a little as you pull your belly button away from your pubic button and your pubic bone, not button, and then let a curve just dissipate sweetly along your spine. Use mind's eye, visualize it, see your spine just curving nicely, nothing extreme here. Shoulder blades glide down your back. Well, gaze as straight forward as your heart shines forward. Every time I hear a yoga teacher say heart shines, I think of those Care Bear cartoons, right? Take a breath. Exhale, tuck right toes, straighten right leg so right knee clears the mat. And now inhale, left foot back, butt up, head down. We just inhaled into down dog. Isn't that groovy? Ooh. Take one more breath here. And exhale, drop your knees, cross your shins, sit back. Now you're in the easy seat position. Ooh. Yeah, great. Take legs straight out in front. Now, pretty much everything we've just done has touched your core in one way or another. But more like as an added supplement. Let's do something to directly touch the core. Bend your knees. Bring heels kind of towards your sit bones, feet kind of flat. Bring your hands around the back of your hamstrings, right behind your knees there. Thumbs out, fingers in. Now, lean back. Your arms will straighten a little bit. Some of your arms will be fully straight, some won't. We all got different length arms, you know. Before doing anything else, roll your shoulder blades back like you put them in your back pockets. Lift your breastbone. Now, lift your feet. Shins come parallel to the planet. And just push your metatarsals towards that wall in front of you. Take a quick notice here. You might have rounded your spine. If that's the case, just open up again. Roll shoulders back, lift breastbone. Try to point nipples in opposite directions while you're lifting the center of your chest. Now you can hang out here. This is pretty cool. For a little more heat, let go of your legs and just bring hands, ankles, knees, shoulders, all same height. Palms are facing each other, preferably. They don't have to be. Now we can hang out here. This is groovy, like a half of a boat. Well, we can straighten our legs and bring the toes towards the ceiling. Knees and hands and shoulders about the same height, but ankles are up a little higher than everything. Right about now, stuff might be shaking. That's pretty normal. That's pretty natural. If the back rounded, just lift your chest again. God, will he shut up and take me somewhere else? Deep breath. Exhale, lower down, halfway down from where you're at. So heels and shoulders and hands are about 2 inches off. Deep breath. Exhale, come all the way to the mat with shoulders and head. Squeeze your knees to your chest. Oh, this is called Thank God Asana. Good. Now see if you can, while you're hugging your knees, become very still with your shoulders, the back of your skull on the mat. See if you can drop that flesh right there, your sacrum, your tailbone. See if you can press that down to the mat as well. Kind of cool, right? And from here, open your arms out wide like wings, or you can bend your elbows and be like saguaro cactus. Take a breath of air into your body. Exhale, let both knees drop to the right. Turn your eyes to the left. Ooh. Just a simple twist. There's variations on this. If you're familiar with them, if it's in your gig, your practice, you can take the variations for more. But sometimes just the basic simple twist is plenty. Any twist, especially supine twist, has a best friend. It's called the exhale. Now inhale, bring your gaze and your knees back to the center. Arms stay just where they are because they don't need to do nothing. Let the exhale drop your knees to the left and your gaze to the right. We have a cervical twist one direction, a lumbar twist the other direction, thoracic in the middle, just kind of evening it out. Let long, full exhales just melt you into this thing. Just melting like a pat of butter on a stack of pancakes. It just melts. Come back to the center. Now, you can hold the back of your hamstrings, or you can bring your hands around and hold your shins. Some of you might be able to wrap your arms all the way around and grab your elbows on the other side of your shins, but tuck in this cannonball as tight as you can. Bring your cheekbones towards your kneecaps. Just bring it in as tight as you can without forcing, without aggression. Never seen a positive relationship respond in a healthy way to force or aggression. Once you're there, begin to engage toilet muscle, pull belly button to spine, tuck chin a little bit, the slight throat engagement. Once those are all engaged, take a deep breath in. I know it's weird, you can do it. Now exhale, extend your arms and legs out and let them drop into the mat gently. Whoa. Yeah. This is dead man, dead woman, corpse pose, final rest. I like to look at it as the peak pose that you just spent an hour preparing for. While we're here, just observe everything you just did settle and synthesize into your body. And for the first time in the class, I'm going to tell you, just forget about your breath. Let it do what it do, all by itself. Let it move natural. And I give you one final exercise in this pose. Count every exhale. First exhale is 1, second is 2, third is 3, so on, so forth, all the way to 25. At any point of your count that you find your mind even a little bit drifting off somewhere else, what's for dinner, what's on TV, oh my God, this is coming. Start your count over. It's okay. 25 is your goal. I leave you with your breath, with your count, with your sensation. And I offer to you my gratitude and my love. Om Shanti.